Punished twice, a husband who filmed himself catching his wife in bed with her boss could now face up to 15 years in prison for illegal surveillance after tracking them with his iPhone app. But who's more in the wrong here? We're going to debate it now. Attorney Lisa Garber and a criminal defense attorney and former head county prosecutor Robert Biaggi. And we've been sitting here already debating this before the segment even started because it really is an interesting case. And Robert, you think about this man, this husband, what he's dealing with just emotionally of catching his wife cheating on him with her husband. And now this whole thing is public, mainly his fault for that. We don't know if he released these videos or not, but he could go to jail.
If this man goes to jail, and I can tell you as the head prosecutor when these cases would come through, you look at a number of different circumstances and you apply the rule of reason as to whether somebody should go to jail for the same amount of time as somebody that committed a rape or a murder sometimes goes to jail. This was a man who was distressed. There was infidelity. The burglary charge that was filed, we were talking about this before a little bit off the camera, is not a valid charge because you have to have an intent to commit a crime when he went in there. All he was doing was trying to catch his wife in an act of infidelity. Was it a good thing to do? No. But from a prosecutor's point of view, I'm not putting somebody in jail for this.
So to help people understand the story that haven't been following it, this man was following his wife on the iPad app, found where she was in this home, ended up walking in the house. It was unlocked, right? The door was. Went in, found them together in the bedroom, and then filmed a couple videos, and then I guess got into some altercations. Lisa, you see this from a cybersecurity angle. What concerns you about what happened?
Well, first thing, I think people don't realize what the settings are on all of these devices, and this happens on smartphones now. Find My iPhone, Find My iPad. You can track everybody. You're basically permitting it, especially in a family setting, depending on who has access to your devices and your cloud accounts. It's so important to understand that.
Is that illegal to do, though?
It's completely legal, especially because the spouses are likely sharing this responsibility to pay for these devices. And the other issue is he filmed these people in the midst of an act. In New Jersey, that's invasion of privacy. There's federal and state law that comes into play, but New Jersey especially, they really protect invasion of privacy issues.
So that could be where the problem lies. Robert, I'm thinking about the jury here when they're sitting there and they're listening to this man emotionally talking about what he's gone through with his wife cheating on him with her boss. How is that going to play?
Okay, first of all, he was overcharged. Secondly, that's a great point. It's called jury nullification. We know this as prosecutors, having tried lots of cases, that they could say technically he violated the law, but they're going to feel so sympathetic to him. They're going to understand that this was a really unbelievable situation. Since the caveman, spouses have been going to other caves and spying on other spouses who have been committing
But we didn't always know about that, Lisa, and that's what makes it more challenging today.
Right, and Bob, I have to say, it reads like a 60s Italian cinema with Marcello Mastroianni and, divorced Italian style, but two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, but when you're talking about a jury looking at the idea of putting somebody in jail for something like this wasn't like a random stranger that went into a location and decided that he was going to film somebody.
It's a random stranger. He walked into the woman's boss's home.
Yeah, but, first of all, he was following his son's iPad. It wasn't even her iPad, and I just don't see 12 people beyond a reasonable doubt pushing a button and putting that man in jail. I don't see it.
It speaks to the challenges we face going forward with technology and with these things. They've happened for years and years, but how do we deal with it today is the question.
Exactly. Now the technology is transforming. There are so many ways to lose that privacy.
And there is. Lisa, Robert, we are going to continue to debate this, I'm sure, once the commercial goes on. Great to have you both here.
Thank you.
Thank you.